Future of the Affordable Care Act is back in the hands of the U.S. Supreme Court.
The justice is hearing a challenge today from the Trump administration and Republican-led states who want to strike down the law. WGN political reporter Taman Bradley in the newsroom with today's arguments.
Hi, Ben and Lourdes. This is the third major ACA case heard by the High Court since the law passed. Today's session was conducted by telephone due to the pandemic. Today at the Supreme Court, hope for supporters of the Affordable Care Act. Key justices signaled that even if they strike down one provision of the ACA, it does not necessarily mean they will kill the entire law. At issue, the individual mandate. In 2017, Congress zeroed out the penalty for not buying health insurance, but left the rest of the law untouched.
Under the severability question, we ask ourselves whether Congress would want the rest of the law to survive if an unconstitutional provision were severed. And here Congress left the rest of the law intact when it lowered the penalty to zero.
You're asking us to treat it as if it functionally has been repealed, but that's not what Congress did. Does that matter?
The Affordable Care Act is President Barack Obama's defining domestic achievement. Tens of millions of Americans picked up coverage under the law. The ACA is facing a challenge from Republican-led states and the Trump administration, who argue that with the individual mandate gone, the rest of the law is invalid. Chief Justice John Roberts didn't seem to buy it.
I think it's hard for you to argue that Congress intended the entire act to fall if the mandate were struck down when the same Congress that lowered the penalty to zero did not even try to repeal the rest of the act. I think, frankly, that they wanted the court to do that, but that's not our job.
The attorney for the Democratic-controlled House of Representatives argued Congress had chances to end the ACA, but did not.
There is just no way that Congress would have preferred an outcome that throws 23 million people off their insurance, ends protections for people with pre-existing conditions, and creates chaos in the healthcare sector.
Today, President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Harris talked about potential fallout from the Supreme Court's decision.
Getting rid of the Affordable Care Act will take us backward.
I will protect your health care like as my own family.
Conservatives have expanded their majority on the court since the last challenges to the ACA. That's why it's significant that it seemed like their support for leaving the bulk of the law in place. Live in the newsroom, Taman Bradley, WGN News.
All right, thanks, Taman.